Okay, so we've made the microbit have an LED flash once, and we're going to do it again, but we're going to use a slightly different setup. We're going to use this breakout clip and breadboard here, or breakout board. You can refer to them by a few different names. But we're going to effectively create the same circuit, but it's a little bit more controlled, a little bit neater, not so many cables everywhere. So we've got our microbit, we've got our LED, we've got our resistor, and rather than crocodile cables, now we've got 3 jumper wires. Now these come in different sorts. These are male ones because they've got the prong, so they will go into the slots on the breadboard like that. You can get ones that have female connectors on the end as well. And I've also pre-bent the long leg on my LED. You can see it's the one that kicks out, so I know where that needs to go. So that's all our equipment. So let's start putting it together. Okay, so here's my breadboard, and I'm going to start putting it on there. You see the clips in, it's empty. Now the microbit goes in there. We're not going to put that in straight away. We're going to concentrate on getting all the other bits built first. Strangely, what we're actually going to start with, we're going to start by putting the LED in so it goes in the correct place. Now, so I've got it here. Breadboard is full of holes, and we've got rails down here, and if you connect either positive or negative to here, the whole rows will take power. The columns going here, they're connected down. So these 5 here, if I use the leg of an LED, these are all connected together. So as long as something goes in here, it's all connected. Then we have this valley here where nothing, and then we have the same along the side here. Now the LED, the long leg, needs to go into one of these rows, and the short leg, the negative terminal, needs to go into the rail here. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to put that in like that. And this is all in row 26. So now to make sure that's in the same place, I'm going to take my resistor, and I'm just going to bend the leg slightly. You can see it's already bent because it's the one from the previous video. And in that same row, I'm going to put the leg in, and then I'm going to take it across and put it in the same row on the other side. So you can see these are now in a line. If I was to take the edge of the microbit and put it up against them, you can see they are in the same line. So that helps there. So now I'm going to put the microbit in, and it clips in there. And with this particular one where it's numbered, I can see the 3 volts in. It goes in, so it's facing me like that. Generally, whichever setup you get for these, it will tell you which way round the microbit needs to be put in. If it went in the wrong way round, the circuit simply wouldn't work. You wouldn't break anything, but it wouldn't work. Now we go to our jumper cables. These aren't red, sort of yellow and black like the last one. The colour doesn't actually matter, but you might want to do that to make sure it all works. So to start with, I'm going to connect the first one to the power, and this is going to go to pin 0. And if I lift this up, what you have here is a guide for which one of these pins is which. You can see pin 0 is the second one, so that's the ground. I need to take, this is the 3 volt, and this is the pin 0. So in the same row as that, I'm going to put in my jumper wire there. And then I'm going to take it, I'm going to take the other end, and this is just going to go to the same row as the LED. And that's there. And that's my first one. And actually, in this particular version, I'm only going to need 2 jumper wires. So I'm going to take the yellow one, and I'm going to put it aside. Pull that out of the way. Now, my final one, this is the ground. This is to complete my circuit. So this goes from my ground terminal, and again, I can tell from this strip here that ground is the final one. I can see it just before the first actual pin. So I can put my wire next to that last one, and it can go anywhere in the negative rail. That's it. And that is my circuit built up. But before we code it, what we're actually going to do is we're going to test it. And we're going to test quite simply. I'm going to unplug this, and I'm going to move it over to the left one to put it into the power rail. We're going to test to see if it's actually got power. So we've got power there, and we can see the LED is on. If I take that out of there, you can see it's off. So I connect it straight to the 3 volts, and it's got power, and it's glowing. So now we know there's no faults with the circuit. We can get on with the code. Okay, so here we are with our code, and it is exactly the same code as last time. Still using pin 0, and all we're going to do is make it flash. So we're starting with pin 0 off, so set to 0. We wait for 1 second. We then turn pin 0 on, so 1, so we change the state, then it back, and here we're in forever, so it's going to loop round and round. So our LED currently is turned off. It's not doing anything, even though we're plugged in. We know we're plugged in because obviously we've got the icon. So I'm going to click the download button, and I'm going to flash the code to the LED, and we can see now we've got it flashing here. So same code, same circuit, built in a different way, but we've made the LED flash again.